Hi everyone, welcome to round 3 of the Calspeed Super Series. We're going to see some highlights from my day there racing in the always fun Sportivo layout. So we're going to see some hit 1, hit 2 and B main, and there we go for the hit 1, which we're starting P17. See if we can do something to improve that. It wasn't really my best hit. I wasn't really having the pace, so skipping ahead to lap 7 to see some of the best side-by-side racing I had on this race. We're still running P17, which was the same position we started, and Monaco corner, Quillan Allen Riley on the 53 goes for the move, and which can be a good thing in terms of having some draft and really I know he can have a good pace from seeing his 360 videos in his YouTube channel, so I'm gonna try to kind of work with him, potentially try to kind of get to the next group. So there we are into lap 8, into turn 2 and 3, trying to stay close to him, make sure that he doesn't get too far, so I can either go along with him to catch that group ahead of us, or potentially try to pass him in the last few laps. Now, I do get a good run here towards Monaco on this lap, and I decide to send it. I kind of like a repeat from the lap before, take the position back from him, so probably not the best in terms of catching the group ahead of us, but definitely some fun racing. And trying to defend the position there a little bit, getting to Long Beach. I miss the apex. I don't get the best exit. Activate the human DRS, try to get a little bit of reduction in aerodynamic force. It does make a bit of a difference for these parts. Going side by side here on turns 1, 2 and 3, and then Quinn takes it over. From that point, he would go ahead of me, and I would actually lose a couple more positions, finish P20, which is where I start hit 2. Not ideal, and I definitely want to gain a few spots here because I don't want to fall into the C main. We will at least get into the B main in a decent start position. So turn 1, like an incident there, we avoided. And I am feeling already in this car, just we always get a different car, and this one does feel like it has a good motor, so I'm feeling good as I'm going down the hill here, and I'm gonna spend a lot of the race working with this group ahead of me, with Jeff Latimer on car 30 and Joey Andrews ahead of him. And skipping to lap 8, here we are on the same group, and it's getting to that point in the race where it's the time to potentially make some moves. I'm really feeling the car has the power, and I do have the pace in this heat too. So down the hill into a Sportivo, I get a good run there and send it into this corner, which can be sometimes a little bit tricky because you don't want to penalize the exit too much, or you might lose the position in the Monaco corner. But as I said, the car does have some good power there, and I'm already right behind Joey Andrews by the time we're approaching the horseshoe. We're gonna have some good racing here with Joey Andrews, and ahead of him is Albert Ye. So we'll see what we can do here in the last few laps. In the exit of Long Beach, we're side by side, and as I said, the motor does respond, so I do get a little bit of a lead there. But into Kimbrell, we're still going side by side, a little bit of contact into turn 2. Normal racing contact, nothing right to lane there, and we'll wait to try it. We still have 2 more laps, and let's see if we can make it. Just trying to stay close to the draft there. Into Monaco, staying pretty close, and I really really want to get pretty close out of the exit of Long Beach to start the last lap with some good potential to race with Joey. A little bit of a contact there in the braking zone, not as much time there. There we are, last lap. I see the white flag. Thinking whether to send it or not yet, and I do decide to send it a little bit late, and you know, that's not gonna make it, which is not great because we both lose time, but still keeping close to Alberti ahead of us. Again, in the downhill, I do feel I do have a good run there, and I'm gonna send it again into Sportivo, and that's going to make it hopefully, and you know, I may have to play defensive into Monaco depending on you know, where Joey Anders is in that one, but I'm already looking ahead trying to see if there's still a chance to maybe gain one more position. We have Alberti ahead of us. Car number 58 will run normal. They go side by side. I did try to get on the inside of the exit, and we're going a drag race to the end. Randy Mermel on the left and Joey Anders on the right. Pretty nice tight finish for P2, P13. Good, decent result for that one. Again, 5 positions, and that gave us a ticket into the B main on starting on P18. So could be a fun place in the middle of the pack for the B main. So there we go. So can always get tricky here at the beginning of the race. It's first few laps can be a little bit crazy. So far, no incidents into turn 4, which tends to be a tricky place, and down into the downhill area towards the Sportivo corner. And here somebody spins right in front of us, and we have a little bit of contact, lose quite a few positions there, really creating a complicated start of the race, and that's, you know, we're running P21 here, and we lost also the draft, and here we are on lap 9, not being able to make contact with the group ahead of us, and at this point fighting with Tony Waika on our left hand side into the Sportivo corner. He was car 51 coming pretty strong from the back, and at this point I think this can be a good opportunity actually to really make contact with the group ahead of us, because he does have a good pace, and you know, I can't use the draft again, which makes quite a big difference for these sports cars to connect with the group ahead of us, and that's going to be very evident on the timing here. You can see I've been running in low to mid 103, so okay, but not great really. I know I can go a little bit faster than that, and this lap that is coming, it's, you know, you're gonna see like that big difference that the track makes, even though I'm not really super close bumper to bumper. This lap is a 102.6, so more than half a second improvement from my previous lap in this same race. Just a direct influence of, you know, having a car ahead of you that is going fast, and we're also seeing how we're very quickly approaching the group ahead of us where they're fighting, so that benefits both Tony White on the 51 and myself to get in touch with them and hopefully have some fun racing the last few laps, which, you know, considering I was in the middle of nowhere for most of this race, is a good way to end and try to see if there's some good racing at the end. So there we go into Long Beach. Tony White making the move, and I'm gonna get right behind the Roy Steele and really push him into the inside of Kimbrell at 102.6, best time of the day at a personal level. Here on the outside of turn 3 into turn 4, last 2 laps. A little bit of contact with Roy Steele there in turn 4. Luckily, neither one of us lost too much time. And down to Sportivo. Really trying now that I made contact with the group to stay close to, you know, as close as we possibly can, and see if we can kind of gain 1 or 2 more positions, hopefully, or at least have some good fun to end the day. So here, going side by side on the horseshoe, I'm gonna tack in on the right hand side here and really see if we can gain 1 more place, but I don't get a great exit. Definitely not a great exit there, and then not a great way to start the last lap, but still with options. Nice, my cart slides there a little bit on turn 2, and that makes me lose some time, and 1 more position here to cart 44. We're running right now on P20. We started P18, we finished that first lap on P21 after the incident, and I'm kind of considering how the race started, not about the result, but really wanting to try to get 1 more position. There's a bit of like contact on the sliding on Monaco, and unfortunately end the race with also 1 more position back to P21, where we started, or where we finished the first lap, and down into the main straight to finish a fun day at Calspeed, P21 in the B main, fun racing 1026.